Video bites from ulearn.photography. Here's our principal, Simon Q. Walden.
Hello and welcome to another video bite. In fact, not so much a video bite, more a sort of video snack. I'm going to give you 8 tips for better flash lighting on portraits. So rule number 1, never, ever, ever, ever use on-camera flash. That flash, it's horrible. You know, basically the first thing you got to do is get the flash off the camera, okay? You need to probably put it on a light stand or a tripod, and you can use a flash cord, but if you can get some radio triggers, they're dirt cheap on eBay. And they're so effective and so easy, all right? So get the flash off camera. And your sort of conventional position is that the flash should be 45 degrees to the side of the sitter and 45 degrees above the sitter's eye line. Now you might need to do a little bit of tweaking to make sure you're getting catch lights in both eyes and that it's not too dark on the darker side, but that's your rule of thumb, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. And those catch lights are crucial. You have to have catch lights in the eyes. There's a little twinkle of the flash in the eyes. Without it, your subject's going to look dead, you know. And if you just think about it, for hundreds of years we've been trying to make eyes sparkle. It's the whole principle behind the use of deadly nightshade as a way of bringing the eyes out and making the eyes sparkle. So a little overexposure can be a good thing, particularly for female subjects. And I'm not talking about a lot of overexposure, but a little overexposure just kind of pales the skin tones down, which we generally find more appealing on a woman, and it also just smooths the skin tone down as well, which again we generally find more appealing on a woman. Use flash in the daytime. Now if you watch a wedding photographer, you'll often see that their flash is firing all day long, whether they're out in the sunshine or whatever. And the reason for that is partly it avoids any over dark shadows caused by the direct light, but it also makes sure that there's always a catch light in the eyes. Number 6, use a flash at sunset. Now, a lot of sunset photos turn out to be a bit wishy-washy. You know, the colours aren't as strong as you'd like, and it's basically all about exposure balancing, and the darker an exposure is, the more saturated it looks. What you can do is use your flash to brighten up your subject relative to the background. That in effect tones down the exposure in the background, and that brings in those lovely warm tones. And that's an absolutely standard technique for glamour photos where you've got the pretty girl on the beach on the sunset. They're using the flashlights to overpower the sunset. Number 7, at sunset, use a warming filter on the flash. And just a little bit of orange filtering on the flash there, and it'll help keep the warmth of the flash going and kind of blend it in with the warmth of the sunset, of the golden hour times. And number 8, don't believe the macro photographers who say, oh, I only ever shoot in natural light. Do you know what? First of all, that probably just means they don't know how to use flash. But also, what is natural light? You know, natural light, that's not just the stuff that comes in through the windows. You know, actually natural light is whatever is natural for the location. So the location might be a candle-lit birthday, all right? A birthday cake, all those candles on. Well, that's artificial light, but it's completely natural in the circumstances, okay? So, you know, anyway, yeah, I have a deep suspicion of any photographer who says, I only shoot natural light. You know, great light is hard to find. Great light and great lighting is part of your technique as a photographer. It's part of what defines your photography style almost. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with creating great light.
Subscribe now for regular tips and updates. To find out more, go to ulearn.photography.